Jesus, man. What's up, family? What's going on? Hey, Tim from Tim's Outdoors. We're back with another episode. This one here is going to be super quick. How many of you have ever lost your favorite lure? I have. So I ended up buying something. I ended up buying a lure retriever. And man, I tell you, this thing has paid for itself several times over within the last 2 times I went fishing. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $16 or something from Cabela's, maybe? Anyway, wherever you can get it from several places. I think I got mine from Cabela's or somebody else. It doesn't really matter. I think it was around $20 or something. I'll post the link in the description so you guys can see what's up. So I was fishing. Let me set it up for you. What you're gonna see is me getting hung first, and me utilizing what's called a lure retriever. Very inexpensive tool, but I'll tell you, it has paid for itself many times over, and I just wanted to share a quick video with you guys with how it has helped me retrieve many of my lures. But before we go to the table, let me show you my setup. I was fishing with a 6'8" medium heavy Powell Inferno rod, extra fast action. It has 8-pound test on it, and I was fishing a Rapala DT series Deep Diving Crankbait. This one here I think is a DT16. But here's the thing. As I was out there doing my best impression of Mikey Balls, right? Going super deep, trying to hunt for those big bass. I saw something on a graph. I'm on my kayak, right? So I motored past on my kayak, I pedaled past on my kayak, turned around, went about 50 to 100 yards out, dropped my crankbait, pedaled back past over the top of where I saw the big fish on a graph, and tried to crank down as hard as I can to get the bait down into the strike zone for the fish. And I got hung. I'm like, and this was 29 feet of water. And I'm like, first of all, how on earth does this guy get down that deep? But apparently it did. I guess I was doing some pretty significant cranking. And with this Powell Inferno rod, you could feel every vibration of this crankbait. So it was pretty interesting. But let's just go to the tape real quick. So at this point, I'm hung, right? So I'm hung. I'm like, dang it, what's going on? How can I get unhung? I'm like, oh no, I have 8-pound test and I don't want to break it. The wind is blowing, and this is a big boat. This is a Pro Angler 14, so it's very hard to get this boat to a specific spot. So at this point, a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll use my rod to reel myself back up to my bait. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to be on an angle. So what I've done is I've got over the top. I've actually attached a lure retriever to my line, and I have it in as much as a vertical position as I can to drop the lure retriever straight down onto the bait. If you're at an angle, 45-degree, whatever angle, and it's going like this, it's never going to get down. So the greatest extent possible, try to get your boat over the top of where you're hung. Again, this thing, I think it's 30 feet on here, and you can tell it's at the end of its rope. So right now it's down there, and all I'm doing is sometimes you can hear it, but at this time I can't. I'm trying to jerk up. I'll let it slam down into the bait, and I'll jerk up, let it slam down to the bait. Right there, it looks like, no, I'm not free now. So again, I'm trying again, and this is going to take, nobody has mastered this. I certainly haven't mastered it. It just takes a while. There you go. You see me yank up really hard, and I got it. So the next thing, what you don't want to do is you don't want to use your rod to reel it in. You want to use your hands to pull on this very thick string to bring it up. But you also have to manage your line. So what you see me is I'm reeling as well. Jesus, man. Good Lord. So there you have it, guys. Really quick video on how you actually utilize a lure retriever. Biggest things for me is ensuring that you're over the top of where you're snagged at, and you drop this thing straight down. Sometimes you can feel it. Sometimes you can feel it hit. And when that line gets weak, that's how you know you need to jerk up. You need to manage your reel as well as this at the same time. Once it gets unhung, you'll feel that rod give way. What you don't want to do is you don't want to try to reel this up with your lure and have your lure snap off, especially if you're deep cranking with 8-pound test. What you want to do is you want to grab onto this guy and pull it up with your hand while you're managing your screen. So I'm hoping this is helpful to you guys, man. Spend the $20, throw it in your backpack, or I mean, throw it in your crate pack on the back of your kayak or your boat, and keep this thing with you, man. It has saved me, I know. I mean, you get up to spending, $15 for a crankbait. You don't want to lose that. And I've retrieved this one, a Swimbait, and one other deep cranking bait. So 3 expensive lures this thing has saved me. So again, thanks for watching, you guys. If you like this, if you want to see other different types of handyman, fisherman ideas, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Go ahead and like and subscribe before you get out of here. Peace.